offensively the last 3 years. As Manoa misses down and away for ball one, and they're not what they were, but they're not terrible. But the production tabby just hasn't been there.
Some of the Milwaukee people today, it's just he's hitting so many ground balls.
Lines this one to right field, and that is going to drop in front of Teoscar Hernandez. A leadoff 16 home runs on the season. And a fastball from Manoa is in there for a called strike.
Thomas's numbers, you showed some of those. They're crazy numbers against the Blue Jays. 18 extra base hits. Always seems to come up with big hits against the Blue Jays.
Good slider there, such a wet one all weekend long. The 0-2 hit on a hop to short. Bichette to Espinal one, and Espinal on to first. Double play.
Here, and basically said, I get to play every day.
Messing with Manoa a little bit as he shortens up on the.
And it's just a whole weight is lifted off of your shoulders.
And really the beginning of the end of Rowdy's time in Toronto, as well as he's capable of hitting, and he actually got optioned down to the minors before the trade with the Brewers.
And so he's
slider, and it's in there 2-2, and again. Just missed off the outside corner, a full count.
Really become a fan favorite.
And the 3-2 swung on and missed. A fastball up and away from Manoa as he.
A lot of strikes, which is important. He can manipulate the baseball, and he is a fierce competitor.
Andrew McCutchen leading off the second inning for Milwaukee, the former MVP. Back in 2003, second, got some power. Hit 23 home runs a year ago. Has 6 so far this year, hitting just 209 IL right now as well. Ground ball towards third. Chapman to Espinal for one, and back to first. A double play for the second inning in a row. The leadoff base hit in the double play ball has happened in the first and second inning again here tonight, and again they start with Matt Chapman.
And
like something weird is going on. That one is in there. It's tried to backdoor him with a slider and gets the call. 1-2.
Manoa can do that. He can backdoor that thing, or he could get in a lot of strikeouts with it.
Missed down and away, and it's 2-2 to play in a ball game as well. This one is lined down towards first, and it's caught by Cavan Biggio for out number 3. End of 2, and it's the Blue Jays to split a 4-game series and move into a tie for first place in the division. And beating the Cardinals matter. If you
those darn Cardinals who are good every single year. Blue Jays get to face them again. They got a 2-game series against the Cardinals right.
Natural rival games with the Phillies. That all changes next year. It'll be a different kind of interleague schedule next year as Manoa now falls behind 3-0 on Taylor here to begin the third inning. And now he drills in a strike. 3-1. Close but no. Ball 4, and for the third inning in a row. 228, 6 home runs. And Manoa starts him with a strike at the bell. Pokes it foul, and it's 0-2.
Love that come right.
And missed way high with a fastball at 95. Urias at third. Peterson's gotten a chance to play more because of the injury. And he got fooled on that slider. Swings right through it for out number 1. It's a guy who really goes about things the right way. I mean, just good team guy. Gives to be up and down. You know, AAA, then gets called up to be a 4th or 5th outfielder, and then somebody gets healthy, goes back down to the minors.
For you, get a couple of hits when you need them. Teams have really powered.
292, 7 for 24, a double and a homer against the Yankees. Had some good numbers in his games against them, but not here, as Manoa, to your point, overpowers him a little bit with a fastball up, 2 down.
Yeah, all fastballs. And Alek.
And then he signed a 9-year.
431. He's also scored 13 runs, but it's not that power stroke we saw.
Was a ton of talent there, but he hadn't figured out the power thing yet. And boy, did he ever in those 2 great years, but it's almost like those 2 years. Manoa gets a call on the outside corner, 3-1.
When you wrap.
And down and in for ball 4. The second walk issued this inning by Alek Manoah. Boy, everybody's got a different setup. He is really leaning over backwards before that pitch comes in. By the time the pitch is on its way, he looks like everybody else, but everybody sets up.
That might be his trigger, though. His trigger where he leans back and that forces him to close that front side. We've seen a lot of hitters. He's got some power.
Manoa jumps out in front, 1-2.
He's in Dunedin when he got traded. A very popular player for the Tampa Bay Rays, and they were heartbroken.
But apparently they had a kid at shortstop who was pretty good, who was getting close. What was his name? The 2-2, and he bounces one in. It's a full count. And a swing and a ground ball to third, and Chapman can't come up with it. Off his glove and through his legs. And that's low. Looked like he went with a changeup there on the first pitch, ball 1.
Changeup first pitch. Maybe that's going to set everything up. Maybe he was thinking that.
Swings and pops it up, third base side. The 1-1. And fastball at 96 in there for called. And another pop up in foul territory, and this one will also get back. And a swing and a bouncer, weakly hit to the right side. Bo Bichette is up with it and plays it on to first to get to Les. McCutchen a base hit, his first time up. Now he swings and lifts the ball to center field, but almost directly at Raimel Tapia. 1 down. Yeah, I think so.
Next month.
I remember the first time Shane McClanahan was just about to get called up. It was in October. His office for like little pregame thing before the game. Actually, it was Zoom because it was during COVID, so it was on Zoom. Oh. And he wasn't wrong.
Did you see?
Oh yeah. And now the whole American League is seeing and played between the two teams.
They lost the second series.
Yes.
Right.
A 4 and a 3, and then the other 3 got moved, so now they've got a 5 and a 5. That's a lot of baseball against the Rays. Well, we're going to say that.
Well, you know, at times, you know, they're like, well, you know, it's only June, and I've gotten back into it. They've had a heck of a June.
Omar Narvaez, the batter, and he lifts one down the left field line and back out of play 0-2. And I think when you
some runs late in a game and then end up losing that game. That ball is foul down the right field line.
So still 0-2 on Narvaez.
He has that ability to make pitches when he has to.
And he makes one right there. Narvaez evidently sitting on something else, and that strikeout.
I asked him about that, about throwing that two-seamer on the inside part of the plate to lefties.
Tyrone Taylor skies one to right center. Raimel Tapia is there to make the catch. And it's another score. Usually means within a few days you might be ready to go out on a rehab assignment, right? Wouldn't you think that maybe at some point next week Jana was in Buffalo?
Work and then hitting in the cage. If all of that goes well and there's no soreness or any,
maybe something like that. Blue Jays don't want to put a timetable on it, obviously. Jace Peterson begins the bottom of the fifth with a base hit to center. But whenever it happens, 4 out of 5, right? Leadoff man has reached 4 out of 5 innings. Here's Jonathan Davis. Parts of 4 seasons with the Blue Jays, starting in 2018 and ending in 2021. 2013. So he spent parts of 9 different seasons in the Blue Jays organization.
Non-roster invitee to spring training.
It was the Yankees with the Brewers. Manoa out in front, 1-2. And a slider down and away to even it up. Lead by Peterson. He is running, and the 2-2 is lined into left center, a base hit. Peterson around to third. Big turn at first by Davis, but now back to the bag. And the top of the order is up. Christian Yelich, a base hit and a walk. And a strike taken here with the fastball. First and third, nobody out. And a fastball at 95 misses in. First time most of the Jays have ever been in this ballpark. Swing and a miss, gets a fastball by him. 1-2 on the way, and Yelich way late on it. Out of play as now the 1-2 on the way, and a chopper hit weakly to second. Espinal will force the runner with the bag over to Bichette as they get Dave. A different situation. Shift on against Adames. So nobody really on the right side other.
There's a 30-30 man. 44 home runs, 30 stolen bases. See what Craig Counsell decides to do here.
On 1 out. Fastball and on the outside corner, strike 2.
Everything that he catches looks like a strike.
Now the 1-2 is swung on and popped up near first base. Biggio in on the grass to make the catch for out number 2. A little bit of a tricky time at night here, but obviously Kevin didn't have a problem finding that ball in the sky. And Manoa misses outside with the fastball for ball 1. Two 2-0.
Fake the bunt early on, wants it, go ahead.
There goes the runner, the throw down from Kirk, the tag, but not in time. Yelich steals it. He is now 11 for 11. I have no idea, but and he's pitching well. He's only given up 1 run through 4 2/3. He just doesn't. The 3-1. And Rowdy lifts a fly ball to right field, but it is not deep at all. Teoscar Hernandez is there and makes the catch. And, right, Christian Yelich and Andrew McCutchen, both former MVPs. And first pitch swinging, a ground ball up the middle. Espinal is there, a high throw, and Biggio makes the play at the other end.
The baseball, he didn't overcommit himself too early on that stretch, and it paid off for him.
And he knows the more positions he can play, obviously he's got to hit a certain amount. The more likely Charlie is to put him in there somewhere. He's the guy where if anybody's banged up or if anybody needs a DH day.
Regulars 1 day off, and that McCavin was in the lineup, got some consistent at bats, had some nice games.
He's very comfortable over there. 1-2, the count on Luis Urias, and a slider to get him right at the knees for strike 3 called, number 5 of the night for
9 ways for his team.
Omar Narvaez is 0 for 2 as he looks at strike 1. Yankees when he gave up 4 in 5 1/3. He has just been outstanding this season. Narvaez takes a pitch just up and away, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. And swinging a ball pulled foul. 2 down and the base is empty. And the 1-2 pitch swung on and hit in the air to right center field, but lots of room out there for Teoscar Hernandez as Manoa. Now fans don't vote for pitchers, but Alek Manoah
Oh,
I mean, he's got to be at the All-Star game too, don't you think?
he's trying to become the American League's first 9-game winner. If he can get through this. And Justin Verlander, who's also pitching tonight, and he is in line for the win also. But 9 wins for Manoa, trying to run that record to 9-1.
I mean, but Alek Manoah has been great. Now a bullet off the bat of Tyrone Taylor to deep left field, and that is gone. His second home run in as many games. And that makes it 8-2.
Lead, so he hammers it into the bullpen. I misspoke for Manoa.
There's Jace Peterson 1 for 2 on the night. And Manoa catches the outside one way or another. Maybe Manoa just gets to the bottom no matter what happens here. Peterson lifts a fly ball to left field. And right there is Gurriel one day. But with the offense giving Manoa a bit more of a cushion, they're a little bit more likely perhaps to let him stay out there for an extra bat.
Excuse me, Dad. It got him more towards the wrist.
Inside, 2-1 now on Davis. This is now a season high in pitches for. Fastball right there for a strike, 2-2. And he fouls it back.
This inning. Nice.
2-2 is at the knees for strike 3 called.